Hey! Hey you there! Yeah, you! Sitting in the chair! I'd like to introduce you to something called the Colonial days. And not just the Colonial days, the New England colonies. Now you're probably mumbling in your chair, rolling your eyes and about to turn off this video. But just wait. This is a lot cooler than you think. Just stick around and watch, alright? Now it begins way back when English settlers arrived here and made base camps. There was the New England colonies, the Middle colonies, and the Southern colonies. The Southern colonies weren't exactly my favorite, but let's move on. The soil in the colonies was very rocky and fertile, good for crops and for a short time due to weather. The New England colonies were set north where Maine, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island lie. After settling, people realized that the winters were cold and brutal to the colonists. They realized that crops wouldn't grow, so they were almost out of options. Then they realized they were near the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean to be specific, and they could go fishing as well as whaling. This provided food supply and a trade source for the whale blubber. Thusly, they used it to burn in lamps. Some other sources of trade included milk, beef, lumber, iron, fish, and whale blubber. Colonists' appetite for items were not satisfied for only this, so they decided to sail off for more riches. They first stopped at Europe to give sugar, tobacco, and cotton. Then, eventually, they sailed to Africa and traded textiles, rum, and manufactured goods to Africa, trading for slaves, sugar, molasses, and rum. Finally, they returned back to the colonies to give riches out and use the slaves. But from extremely short crop time, they settled to selling the slaves in different regions such as the southern colonies. A very small few stayed to be house servants and such, but they also let them be free to make their own shops and crops and work on their own. They were not treated as equals, though. Aside from economy and profit, New England colonies were very religious, but for equal religion. Catholics, Quakers, and almost everything else. They were mainly economic, but they were very good with religion as well. A few hundred years later, the colonists expand and turn to what we know as America or the United States of America. USA, the beautiful. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tour into colonial history. I gotta go take off now and defeat Eggman again. I'll see you later. Stay cool.